Imagine a world where the video game you develop is featured in a Nintendo Direct, but you didn't know it was going to be featured, and you didn't even know the Nintendo Direct was going to take place. That's the world we're talking about today, plus some new Switch games announced and a sneaky cool tease that I think you're going to love. So good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Good golly, Nintendo's plans have been very kooky lately. It seems so kooky that even people whose games were in the Direct didn't know what's going on. And if you need any extra evidence that Nintendo is up to something big, I think this is it. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're all having a fantastic day out there. Welcome to the best place for Nintendo Switch news in 10 minutes flat. Let's talk about a few new games that just got announced and confirmed and dated for Switch. One is going to be Go Mecha Ball. Now, Go Mecha Ball is something that I've been very interested in. This game only got a 70 Metacritic, but the user reviews and what I've heard from others is that it's actually a really nifty twin-stick shooter pinball roguelite. That sounds awesome to me. What a cool concept. It looks really nice, and it has just a great sense of, I think uniqueness to it. It's coming out to Switch September 26th in 2024. That is going to be in just 2.5 weeks. Now, this looks pretty darn cool given that there's over 20 abilities, 25 weapons, and it's got this very unique twin stick kind of like arcadey pinball idea behind it. It originally was out on Xbox. Now it's coming to PlayStation and Switch. It'll be $20 on September the 26th, and I think this is something that I'm absolutely going to check out. What about you? You, though, might rather check out Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports, which is coming to Switch September 27th, one day later. Now, I gotta give them credit. I think the art style here is actually quite swanky. This looks really, really nice. And I remember playing the Space Jam game on my PC way back when. That was a ton of fun, and I hope this can recreate that, but probably better because I think my little kid brain was just like, ooh, Space Jam. I love this. Now, the game is published by Game Mill, who are known for kind of milling out project after project, but I think they could make this work. It's a sports title that includes basketball, soccer, golf, and tennis. 9 iconic Looney Tunes characters, each with their own talents. The golf game looks the coolest to me, but I also really appreciate that basketball is included because, like I said, I did enjoy that Space Jam stuff way back when, and we don't have a Mario basketball. We have a Mario tennis, a Mario golf, and a Mario soccer, so those maybe not so interesting, but we don't have a Mario basketball, so could this be a cool thing? It looks like this one's coming in at $50, so it is going to be sort of a mid-priced game, which I'm interested in. I think 9 characters is a bit slight for a roster, especially given that Looney Tunes just has like a ton. Maybe they're going to be including some DLC, extra characters, kind of free DLC along the way, as we've seen the Mario sports games do. That could be pretty nifty. It does have local co-op and local multiplayer, but what it does not have is online multiplayer, and that to me is a bit of an issue. A game like this probably should have online with these types of sports. It could be terrible, but I did think it was interesting. I like that they are bringing sports and Looney Tunes together. I think that's probably the best thing you could do with Looney Tunes in this day and age, although it's coming out one day after Echoes of Wisdom, so yeah, our money is going to be spent, I guess. But let me know if you're interested in some Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny basketball, and if you remember that Space Jam game that I'm referencing. You surely remember Spyro the Dragon, a character that appeared in a nice collection on Nintendo Switch, but has yet to get a new entry. Crash Bandicoot has been the recipient of many a collection on Switch, which are phenomenal, but then also a new game. Crash Bandicoot 4 release on Switch, very, very cool update to a classic character franchise, and Spyro could be getting the same treatment. Toys for Bob got a new website design, and on their page, under recent games, the most recent is a purple question mark. Now, this purple is used for Spyro all over the website, so if this is not teasing a new Spyro game, I don't know anything. Toys for Bob has done tons of good work, and even though they are now owned by Microsoft, Microsoft has no problem putting games that they, quote, own on other platforms. We've seen them be very generous with shifting their software over to Switch, so if there is a new Spyro game in the works, I'm absolutely sure it'll come to Nintendo platforms, and I think Spyro does deserve a glow up. I think that the Spyro mechanics do not hold up as well as the Crash mechanics, so I'd be eager and interested to see like how do they evolve Spyro for a 2025 release? Like, what do they do to make that game feel more modern? Because the character's pretty cool, the concept's pretty cool. We don't have a lot of good dragon games. Anyone remember, what was that dragon game called? Horde? What was the one on PS3? It made people want to get a PS3. It was like, whoa, the graphics. Horde? No. Dragons? There's a dragon game on PS3, but this will probably be nothing like that. Either way, I do think Spyro should come back, and I am eager to see what this purple question mark does evolve into, even though, like, it's got to be Spyro, right? Like, this has to be a Spyro game. Toys for Bob, purple question mark. What else could it be? Nintendo seems like the kind of company that is very by the books and does things in a very effective and very ahead of time manner. Like, they plan their directs way out. They're like, okay, we need this footage, we got to talk to this developer, we got to make these deals. Apparently not in 2024. Outside of us fans feeling completely flabbergasted by what Nintendo's doing, delivering partner showcases instead of directs, moving things up to August, and then airing a double showcase for no apparent reason, Trails in the Sky the First was a pretty cool announcement in the Japanese partner showcase, and it's now been revealed by developer Nihon Falcom's president, Toshiro Kondo, that he did not know Nintendo was having a direct on that date, nor that it would choose to reveal Trails in the Sky the First then. Now, okay, I gotta piece this together because this seems absolutely bonkers. The president of the company making the game didn't know about a direct and didn't know it would be revealed there. Now, maybe there's some secret sauce underneath the table where, like, hey, they just sign over and Nintendo gets to reveal the game, but they don't tell them when. I have to imagine they most often do, which means Nintendo's plans must be in crazy flux or crazy off-kilter right now in 2024. Those of you expecting, anticipating, and excited for a Switch 2 reveal like me should be very glad about this news, I think. But if you're Mr. Kondo, what the freaking heck? You don't even know there's a Nintendo Direct. You don't know your game is going to be featured. And then surprise, you just see it. How crazy is that? Absolutely wild that Nintendo did not alert these developers, did not make them aware. And I really do wonder if this was an oversight on their part, a one-off mistake, or if this presentation really did come together and get pushed up last minute to the point that they didn't even have time to alert the people making the games. How often does this happen? Are there other instances where Nintendo and the devs are not on the same page? Or is this a rare moment of being out of sync with a company that seems to be on top of all their X's and O's? Trails in the Sky the First is not a first-party published game. It is a third-party published game, and therefore, Nintendo really shouldn't be doing this, in my opinion. They should be making these things clear, unless the deal explicitly states, like, we can reveal it whenever we want. But that seems bonkers to me, and that would be very wild. I think this speaks more to 2024 being an anomaly year for Nintendo, and them moving the pieces around to get prepared for the Switch 2 reveal. We know via Brazil that this presentation was apparently moved up, and perhaps that's part of the confusion here. Now, I guess maybe Kondo just wasn't aware himself? I don't know, but it seems like this is a situation that was Nintendo's fault. I do want to throw out there that maybe we misunderstand how directs go, and maybe Nintendo more just has like a plate of games and they use their forks to pick what they're gonna fling into the direct. If that's how it works, that is also crazy. And if Nintendo is truly trying to like quality seal pick, like you get submissions and you decide what goes, my goodness gracious, would that be the most stressful thing ever? Like, you're a game company, you submit your trailer to Nintendo, they're like, we might use it in a direct. We signed off to give you the approval to use it in a direct, but we don't know if you're actually going to use it. Like, that's crazy to me. Either way, I found this fascinating. I know a lot of people are excited for this Trails in the Sky remake, but Mr. Kondo not knowing it was going to be in the direct is one of the craziest things I've ever heard since starting Good Morning Mario. All right, let me know in the comments down below if you're more down for a Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports, Go Mecha Ball, or a new sneaky Spyro game. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you're all doing fantastic out there. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, everybody, SwitchForce out.